Hey folks, this is Norm. I decided to go ahead and show you an update on the ditch that we dug about a year ago, and I did an update last June after a big old rain event. So today we had a little bit of rain, and it just reminded me, and I posted some videos for the first time on YouTube under this channel for real. So let me just show you what all we got going on. Right now there's water in the culvert. The state has not maintained this at all, so it's holding about 8 to 10 inches of water right now. So here is what the ditch looks like without water raging through it. I'll zoom in so that you can see about right here. Yeah, right there. That's the root we had taken out. So I've got my rain boots on, and we'll walk the ditch so that you can see everything with just a little bit of water in it. And this is a little bit, because if you've seen in the other videos, this is always full because this will overflow. You know, when you get down here at the bottom, it's crazy. So it's almost empty. There's just a tiny bit of water in it, and I'm just going to walk so that you can see and understand. Right here where the root is, that's about 3 inches. But we'll just walk up the ditch and you can see the whole thing without me tripping and falling. So it's about 1.5 feet, 2 feet deep. And without this, the water would take over and overtop the driveway and everything around here, and would be flowing across the yard all the way out there. We got some branches down here. I got to constantly keep picking these up. We have lots of mature trees. We actually have one up here that I'll show you that after we dug this ditch, it actually killed a pine tree. Wow, something's going on here. This is like a real high spot. So we've got a sandbar that's developed. Let's see if I can show you. This is a constant maintenance battle. You let nature come back in, it will take over and you will lose. So this is, you really can't see. This is about a 6-inch difference between here and here. So I'm going to have to muck that out. So this is our overflow parking area. And at one point, the rain has come up. Okay, so I don't know if I can show you this the right way or not. But this is about higher than my knee. And water has come up to this level before. So we've walked along this a couple times. Right now we've got this dead pine right here, and he's dropping branches. This is the first branches, first real rain. But this pine did take the hit. I guess somewhere in here the roots, probably these, killed it. And maybe doing the driveway, compound, but so we got to stay away from those long branches. Those are like widowmakers. They're that big. Constant maintenance. I have to come out here and cut the vines. Well, they cut me. We went ahead and when we took out the water softener and the well pump, you see there's a scar in the yard there. All the concrete that I busted up, I used as like riprap to stop the drain from just losing more ground and clogging it up with sand like you saw back down low. I'm trying to get a better angle. Use some more riprap over here. Anywhere I saw there was water traveling from the woods and a steady stream, I would go ahead and just put riprap in. So since you saw last, this was a juncture, I'll say juncture, And what we did was we filled this as a French drain, so that's about 18 inches, 2 feet wide, and about 2 feet deep. We filled it with gravel. And of course, you can see some riprap. But here is like the water softener drain, the white pipe, and here's the downspout drains. Use a little more riprap here, but you can see this is a long drain. We went ahead and reclaimed the electric. That, if you can remember in one of the videos, we had a water line coming out, and it actually provided water up this way. We reclaimed it, found the pipes under the driveway, and used that for a water softener reclamation discharge, so we don't have to push the salt water into the septic system. So now the water comes out of the house. I can, maybe you'll see it. Yeah, somewhere around there. But it goes under the driveway, comes out right about in line with this line here. But we took a 90 and we drained it out this way. So the water softener drains properly into the ditch. So back to the ditch. Just going to keep walking it. And you'll see what 1 year some of the growth has come back in. I'll have to make sure I keep cutting down the weeds. I hope I don't get blasted by the water sump pump drain. That's like, you know, the countertop company. We did granite in the extension in the kitchen, and they were like, oh, here's this great cutting board. Okay, yeah, but that small chunk of granite is about 60 pounds. Nobody can use that. Nobody can move it and handle it and go and wash it. Nice idea. Poor idea. But here's the ditch. We're going further up. Here's the extension. And here is the woods. So we had a little bit of rain, not much. That's why there's no water flowing here. There was some behind us. I keep coming in, I keep killing the weeds. We haven't cut all the branches out this far up, because it's not like raging torrents that you get at the lower ends. When you see this area right here, what's really funny, if you looked at one of the videos, I said that there was a sign. There was probably a 3-foot by 3-foot railroad sign for the REA, Railway Express Agency. It was buried in here, so I'm hitting it with a shovel, and that sucked. Well, what else I hit with the shovel was all these bricks. Like I said, this was a foreclosed house. There were bricks everywhere. There's about 40 bricks here. I'm using them for other things around the property. But yeah, it's lovely to, every time you stick a shovel in the ground, you find bricks. But this drain is working fantastic. We're coming all the way up here to the corner of the property. Like I said, this is about 325 feet. And this is getting really deep. There's my survey stick and the little thing. It goes that way, and then it actually goes around behind that cluster of trees. So all the way to the other edge of the property. This has been a lifesaver, property saver. This is pretty deep right here. We've gone through, I say we, I have trucked all this dirt that was buried. You know, there's little weeds here, I just got to mow it. But all this dirt that was piled up from the machine, I've gone and reclaimed all the dirt, taken it to other low spots in the yard to help with drainage elsewhere. And if you remember another time I was talking about this area right here, the water would drain going that way to the extension. You see there's grass growing now, and there's no riffles, no sand, no dirt. And we have actually had to build a French drain, and I worked on it a few different times. It took me 6 months to perfect. You can barely see it. There's a French drain right here, and it surrounds the extension. It runs along here, and you cannot see it anymore going this way. And we used the same gravel that we used way over there where the downspout drain come off the deck and the driveway and the buried pipe. But here it's about 1 foot wide and 1 foot deep. And when we needed big rock at the end, I mentioned, and I don't think I showed it, I might put a picture in if I figure out ever how to do that. There used to be an 8 foot long concrete culvert that was right here. And we had to take a sledgehammer. This time I say we. I broke it for so many times until I broke the sledgehammer. And my son-in-law came over, and him and his friend broke it for the rest of the day. I took weeks, and I could swing a hammer for about 10 minutes a day. And I would take that crushed concrete and create part of the upper drain, the larger rocks, to keep the leaves and crap out. So when I say the French drain comes down along here, and then all of a sudden, it hasn't grown over yet, but you can see the crushed rock from the culvert. And this acts as a filter to keep the leaves, the crud and crap from going into a pipe that I have right here. And that pipe is then direct fed, only 15 feet, to this drain. So it takes the French drain and runs it into here, and then all the driveway runoff flows into here, and goes out to where I filled that ditch with crushed rock again, smaller rock. So we can mow this. It's got a ground cover that's building up over it. You can never kill this stuff. It's doing its own thing. And here we go. 1 year later, extremely pleased at what's happening. We can withstand any torrential rain up until it gets to hurricane. And at that point, you know, there's nothing that you can do about it. So I'll just turn this around, let you kind of see what's going on. And I will try to do some more videos on interesting topics about this foreclosed house that unfortunately we're about ready to have to sell. And that'll be in another video, and I'll tell you all about it.